Welcome back to whatever this is, and on today's episode, I want to talk about a game that I was finally able to fully complete and play that I have been waiting for over more than 10 years to do so. Now, this was a game I picked up many moons ago. I first picked up a PSP, this exact color, not this exact one, because my original one I kind of destroyed that thing. Battery exploded many moons ago. But this PSP was where I first tried this game. Trails in the Sky, the first chapter. I had been waiting years for this game to finally get a version of it with voice work to it. I didn't care if it was in English or Japanese. I would have been fine with the Steam version, but I'll be honest, I am just a console person. I just want something underneath, or just something I can pick up and play and go. And I got the Steam Deck, and it was really close to just being like, all right, I think now I do it. But then this got announced. Then I was like, all right, I'll just wait for that. Fully voice worked, completely remade from the ground up. I'm sure there are pieces that are used from other games that are in here that I'm just not aware of, because Trails is a huge game, or Legend of Heroes. It's a huge game spanning multiple games, especially one that I know is 4 of them, and then there's 2, a duology, and then there's a final one. Will I go through them now? Probably, but I am not rushing. I will wait for part 2 to come out, and then hopefully they'll remake part 3. I do know that obviously from everything I read even years ago was 1 directly leads to 2, and then 3 kind of happens later, which is still good. And the game is impeccable. Even just from a modern standpoint, this game is an absolute dream. It plays really well. It plays really smooth. It feels like an ease game at times, which for me, as a big lover of the easiers, this is great, because you can just kind of run into things, beat it up like you would in an easy game, and then move along. It is great. I love the fact that they've added that into this game. It makes the pick up and play aspect of it, especially the portability of it. If you're playing on a Switch or a Steam Deck, the portability of this is beautiful. And the one thing it really does nicely that, I guess back when I originally played this on the PSP, I guess I didn't fully grasp, how big the world was getting. I would constantly replay this game on my PSP, and I would usually get, close to the end of the first chapter, maybe start the second chapter. When they separated around there, the first separation. So I think that's chapter 1. So you did I would finish the prologue, and then I'd lose track of what I was doing. Battles kind of took forever on the PSP version, because they were slow. And the little thing that I loved is honestly, you can speed up combat, which I never realized how much I would love that, just for I just want to grind for a bit. I'm just gonna throttle it in the fastest version it can go and just slam into everything as hard as I can. Works so well. Just every once in a while when you're just in one of those moods, you're I need to grind, and it's perfectly fine. I find the balance of the game being really good, and I hate to say that I'm just singing this game's praises and not really giving you any sustenance, but if you're into the old school world building of an RPG feel, this is what this feels like. It feels like really nice comfort food at the end of the day. As a lot of its tropes that it did have, which were definitely tropes when it originally came out, I believe it was 2003, those kind of just seem really cute and charming nowadays because nobody does them. So because of that, this game feels like you're just eating a nice warm meal. And then as it goes along, you're yeah, that's the story. And then they just stab you with a knife and then twist it. And I'm oh, that's what everyone kept talking about. I hate it here. Thanks, guys. But the best part was, no one spoiled that for me. And that's literally the worst I ever got, was just, hey, the ending twists a knife right at the end, and it's really well done. It's expertly done, even for back then. Like, just to be like, hey, we know another game's coming. We're going to give you this. We're going to give you a lot of breadcrumbs right at the end, and then you gotta wait. So I have to wait for Chapter 2. Hopefully that comes out sooner than later. I know they kind of have them on a yearly release, and Falcom is just pumping these out, which is incredible. If you have thought about playing this game, I'm just going to say just buy it. If it's a thought in your brain, just get it. Get yourself like a nice home-cooked meal that you haven't had in about 20 years or so. That's what this game really is. But I know it's going to go somewhere, and I'm probably not going to like where they're going to take me. But I'm here anyway, so let's have at it. And that's my experience with Trails in the Sky. At first I didn't think, I won't be that big of a fan, but I'm sure it's just an excellently competently made old RPG. And I'm like, no, this is an expertly, competently done RPG that a lot of RPG fans, especially of like, say, that late 90s, 2000s style of RPG, that's kind of missing. This really has a lot of that charm just interwoven into its game, into its characters. Estelle and Joshua are fantastic. They're just your yin and yang character, but it's so well executed, you don't mind it. Then you have the stoic monk. You have kinky girl with a whip, who's a drunkard. She's great. How do you not love Charizard? Like, every character in here. Zen is probably my favorite, to be honest. But I could see anybody saying, oh, I like this character for like a simple one-line read. Yeah, makes sense. The characters just have character oozing out of them, and it made me realize that's what a lot of games are missing. That's why this feels like such a hearty bowl of soup. And I mean that in like the highest caliber. It's good soup. And I just need to get this out there to get more people to play it. Like, I finished this game for me with a job and everything going on. I actually finished this game relatively quickly for me. And like, not cheating using Steam Deck, or like, I was hunkered down in front of my TV and we play. Phenomenal game. I cannot recommend this enough. Please check it out if you can play it on your PSP. I mean, by all means, if you really want that experience, it's a lot slower of an experience and it will take you way more hours. I think I clocked around over 30 hours-ish. This will clock over even more of that, just because the mechanics are slow, and I think that's what always was that divider for me from the PSP version. It's a good version, it's just there's not much voice work and it's slow, and I remember every battle just kind of grinding. Where here, I can just speed through it, and you get through it, and it's phenomenal. But anyways, guys, that's what I'm here to talk about, was just some good soup and some excellent gameplays of Days Gone By that is an instant classic in my brain, and I see why it grabbed people. Because when you had a game that was like this long and grindy, you needed to have a lot of depth to your characters, and they really nailed it with this game. I cannot wait to see what happens again. But anyways, guys, that's it for this week's episode. Let me know what you think of the Legend of Heroes games down in the comments below. But take care. Have a good one.